He was raised under the Golden Arches and now leads 19 McDonald's stores across 3 states, including this newest location on the west side of Sioux Falls. We sat down with Jordan Hartshorn for a look at how he's bringing this iconic restaurant to a new generation of diners.
This does not look like any McDonald's I've ever seen. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
What is the goal here? What do you want people to take away when they come in and see it?
I want them to have an elevated experience. I want them to come in and still get their favorite items in a convenient way, hot, fresh, and fast.
The new store at 41st Street and Ellis Road is the first McDonald's in Sioux Falls west of I-29. And at least for now, it represents the restaurant of the future. There are no menu boards. Guests order from kiosks, and it's specially designed to support an efficient kitchen with an emphasis on pickup and delivery orders.
Speed is huge. We get a lot of our guests coming in. They've got a short time on break. For students, they have a limited time to eat lunch. So we have to keep speed in mind. But we don't want to eliminate the hospitality.
It might not be the McDonald's Jordan Hartshorn grew up in, but the second-generation operator may have been born to help carry this brand into the future. His father, Michael, has worked there more than 50 years. Jordan started in the dining room when he was 12.
He was in it before I was born. My parents met at McDonald's. So I was a product in Aberdeen, yeah. And, he worked his way up as from a crew person to being an owner. So, it was like a playground for me. I think my first training was all the regulars that come in. You're not holding the coffee right when you're refilling it, and you're not, when you're sweeping and mopping, you're not looking at that. So I had a lot of training my first 2 years.
But he didn't see himself growing a career at McDonald's until after college, when he had to choose between growing a dog grooming business or returning to the family business.
I had a lot of good conversations with my mentors, my father being one, and we decided, I decided, but it was time to come back.
He returned as a shift manager in 2007. At the time, the family operated 4 locations. Jordan steadily took on more responsibility and then was accepted into a next-generation McDonald's leadership program.
I claim it as like they're trying to break you. They're trying everything they can do to get you to go. Yeah, McDonald's boot camp. And if you survive, then you get, and I think they're harder on next gens, to be honest with you, but which is good. And I like that. I like being able to, that there is that bar there, high standards, no matter who you are coming in, because we're all brothers in arms as owner operators. So I was in the program about 1.5 years. And then, so 2017 is when I got the official approval that I can become an operator. And when that happens, you can plan to take over where you're currently at, or if it's in that vision of who owns those restaurants, whether it's parent or, you're just a key employee. But once you're approved, you can go anywhere in the country and find an operator that's selling and take over. So, but I decided, this is our home. This is my home. I love South Dakota.
The chance came up in 2019 to begin transitioning as operators of the stores in the Sioux Falls market. What has Sioux Falls been like as a market for you?
It's been awesome overall. Certainly a different challenge than our rural stores. And it feels like in our rural markets, we're the flagship, and that customers even have a different perception because you're one of only few options. And, it was interesting. I call it a mini metro market here. And we're just one. We're just in the crowd of all of our great competitors, right? And so it's definitely has been a different environment for how I feel like the customers see us and we see the customers. And so for me, I think that should change in our culture, internally. And we, again, we can be the flagship no matter what size the market. And so that's really been the goal over the last now 4 years of, what do we do to elevate the customer's experience so they say, well, this is my McDonald's, not just the McDonald's.
Today's McDonald's customer is increasingly focused on value, he says.
Value doesn't always mean discounting, though. Value to us, I think, is experience involved in that. Value cannot just be a price point. I think it's holistically a lot of different things. I think it's convenience, it's experience. But I'll tell you, certainly our promo, which is our discount, and that line item has gone up. You're right.
The $5 meal.
$5
A lot of
meal.
headlines on that. It's
$5 meal.
Staying.
It's
right?
staying.
At least for now.
Yep, we're committed to it through the end of the year, and it's a great deal. Okay, it is a really good deal.
People been taking advantage.
Yes, they have, and that's good, and that's what we want. We want to also make sure our customers feel good about their price point, our price point, and good about what quality they're getting with that price point and experience they're getting with that price point. But yes, the $5 meal is definitely a tactic to get people in, and to see let us satisfy them and let them make sure everything is awesome with their experience here. I think value is on their mind. Quality, service, and cleanliness are the three majors that we got to make sure we're hitting on, and what our customers expect. I think more than ever, and we talk about this at the roundtable in the office, more than ever, our customers really intensely watching their price point with their experience, and did we meet the mark for them? Because they're going to choose to go somewhere else if not.
This year also brought a return to 24-hour operations several days a week at multiple locations.
We see a huge amount of orders coming through delivery on our overnights, and it's a big staple of our business. So we love it, and it hasn't been hard to staff. That was the biggest shocker to me. Being a GM that had an overnight store, I was always like, oh man, let's hope nothing happens tonight. Everyone comes in, someone doesn't call in. It's but man, it has been actually really nice. Talking to the GMs, they haven't had any struggles with it. Knock on wood though. And so we're looking at expanding it. It's a relatively untapped piece of the market right now. So for me, I think it's like, let's get in. I know competitors are going to start every year probably expanding to this. So I'd rather get in and get our foundations in and things ironed out prior to, more competitors opening up for overnight.
His operating group is up to 1,600 employees, with one of the highest retention rates in the company.
I think it's really just from a leadership standpoint, ensuring that our top echelon of leaders in the organization, they feel happy and content with where they're going, and what's their results and how their teams are moving. So it's a lot of listening. I think that it comes to a lot of listening and then taking actionable items that you're going forward with what they're doing.
The menu also keeps evolving, including the debut of a long-awaited Chicken Big Mac.
You get to board meetings with the company, you get to see if things are doing outside of the U.S. And this Chicken Big Mac it's been in Australia, it's been in Canada, and it's done really well. And I think we were kind of bubbling, like, when is our turn as operators, And so finally hit, and so it's coming October 10th. And it's essentially a new chicken product for us too. It's tempura breaded chicken. So it's not our McChicken or McCrispy. So we're bringing in, we had to source the supply for this chicken, but outside of that, no onions. It's made exactly like a Big Mac. And these other markets it's gone phenomenal. They continue to bring it back now as a limited time offer because of how awesome it is. So we're excited about it. I haven't had one yet.
What's your go-to if you're back home here?
I'm so classic cheeseburger meal. It's the 2 cheeseburger meal. That's my go-to. I'll switch it up every now and then, but I go for that 2 cheeseburger meal. And I think we've talked about it before, but I put my fries in. It's one little thing I do different as I stack the fries inside the cheeseburger and give it kind of the smash it down. And
the personal menu hack.
Yeah, the personal menu hack. And I don't necessarily think I did it because of the taste profile or whatnot. I think it was because it was, as a manager, you eat and you're back on the floor. And so it was like more necessity, like, okay, I'm going to have lunch and I'm going to get back.
How often do you try to eat in your restaurants or visit your restaurants?
I eat in them quite often. It varies, right? Like I have moments of where, like right now is company is like planning session time for next year. So this is when I'm probably more on national teams, regional teams, going to, the meetings with other operators and corporate and marketing teams. But the rest of the year, to spread out accordingly. I mean, I'm in 2-3 times a week. It kind of all depends, really with what we have going on. McDonald's corporate is in town often, so that sometimes all the GMs are coming to meet at a spot, and it is definitely, it's interesting though to grow up in a restaurant and your comfort zone is the restaurant. That's where I feel the most thriving myself, is when I'm in a restaurant, and I'm most uncomfortable sitting in a swivel chair board meeting, but your role is now changed. So you have to find that balance of where, not only for you, but your teams, your presence with the teams, but, and also being able to support the greater good of the corporation and all the teams and all that. So
after years of unprecedented growth within their own stores, don't be surprised to see the Hartshorn team slow down a bit.
In 7 years' time, we've more than tripled the size of our organization, and so it's been challenging and fun all in the same, right? And I don't think we're done growing, but maybe like this at that rate, that pace will probably start to marginalize, and it won't be, you're doubling or whatnot. So probably be more selective, of where, if an opportunity comes up.
That said, as the Sioux Falls area grows, McDonald's likely will grow with it.
During my journey, I've moved into market to market. Sioux Falls, hands down, has been probably the most, and all of them supports their community. All of them do a great job. But I've never seen it like Sioux Falls. I mean, the business leaders supporting everybody, the community that supports the growth of Sioux Falls, it is awesome. And so that's why we've made it our home. We're ready to root in somewhere in Sioux Falls, and we just knew Sioux Falls was the spot.
Growing, so it'll be exciting to see what's next.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
We'd like to thank MarketBeat for sponsoring the CEO series. Stay tuned for more conversations with CEOs making news throughout the year. And for all your latest business headlines, head over to www.siouxfalls.business.